Fascists were able to capture mass discontent by offering a different kind of collective identity, one based on one's nation instead of one's class. Instead of class struggle, they proposed class unity or corporatism under one collective nation. Of course, so long as the ruling class subordinated themselves to said nation, the fascist
This is a pretty good explanation, by the way. This is pretty good so far.
parties were more than happy to accommodate and preserve big corporations and profiteering. So that's what fascism was, a response to people becoming unhappy with society and acting upon it in a way which appeared revolutionary but also retains the base of the ruling class of said society.
Right, because all fascist movements will weaponize and co-opt emancipatory, progressive, leftist, revolutionary language. In order to do a fascism, you have to weaponize the ennui. You have to validate their economic embarrassment, whether the country lost a war. That was Germany. Germany lost a war and had a bunch of economic sanctions put on them. Had to pay reparations and shit. The population was immiserated. Do a fascism? No, really, that is it. You can't determine whether someone is a fascist, but you can determine whether or not they're doing a fascism. And then through that, intuit that they are a fascist. Yeah, it is the collapse of capitalism. It is capitalism in crisis. But you cannot point out the real reasons why someone is immiserated. You can't say, yeah, it's because of corporations price gouging you. It's because of corporate consolidation and tax cuts for the wealthy and, monopolization of markets. You can't say that because you can't admit that monopolization is happening because that's supposedly illegal. And also, these are our brave job creators, okay? What do you you don't like entrepreneurs? You don't like small business owners? You don't like mom and pop shops? These are people that are paying wages. They're driving our economy. Most of the businesses in America are small businesses after all. So who do you point to? You point to people who are the most oppressed. People of color, immigrants, trans people, LGBTQ, academics, teachers, the poor, people on welfare, the disabled, people who don't have the same level of wealth and therefore don't have the same level of organization. Malcolm X said it very correctly. We are not outnumbered, we are out-organized. It's the same with leftist movements in America. The vast majority of the public, and I will maintain this, and I know it doesn't feel like it these days, the vast majority of the public are leftists. They just don't know it. They have just not been given the permission to accept that that is a good thing. What are the hogs on all these, Walter Masterson videos, aside from their brain rot? What are the things that they're talking about? It's hard to make a living. Our education is eroding. Our infrastructure is falling apart, and Donald Trump's going to fix it. We're sending all this money to, foreign countries so they can do war. They don't want that. Those are anti-capitalist perspectives. That's anti-imperialism, that's anti-capitalism. But they just think that anti-capitalism is a bad word.